Okay, so before we get started, as you guys saw, I keep this hat under special lock and key. I had to enter in a code to get into the door in order to access this hat. This hat that I'm about to show you was sponsored by Harley M on Patreon for review. And Harley picked one of my most precious hats to review. And so I have to take extreme measures in order to preserve the lifing of this hat. Like I said, this hat is under strict authorized personnel only. As you guys saw the signs on the wall, so there's only a couple people that can come in and see this hat without needing prior authorization. Even before we even touch the hat, I have to get on my gloves. You cannot touch this hat without gloves. So we are gonna get the gloves on. You think I'm joking, you guys? Major League Hats does not joke. And in the future, if you guys ever want to nominate a hat for review, all you got to do is go check out my Patreon page and you can learn how you guys can sponsor a video for a hat to be reviewed. Alright guys, I got my gloves on. Let's go get the hat. Okay guys, I keep this hat behind closed doors, so we're going to open this up. Now I don't put a lock on this case because I already have the door secured. So as you guys can see, I handle this hat with gloves on because it's that valuable. So without further ado guys, Harley, you asked for this review. I'm going to give you the review on the Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks. Okay, Harley, you asked Major League Hats to do a review on my coveted Lehigh Valley cheesesteak hats. Now, for the folks that have been watching my channel for a long period of time, you guys all know that the Lehigh Valley cheesesteak hat with onions was like my grail hat. I spent years looking for this hat. No joke, literally years looking for this hat. I looked everywhere. I made several phone calls, including calling the Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks. Before I give you some more information on the Lehigh Valley cheesesteak, without a shadow of a doubt, you guys are already going to know what I'm going to say about the hat. My favorite hat in my collection, top 5. It is not like top 1 in the collection only because I have a Father's Day hat that I was given by minor leagues and team mother a long time ago, and then I have a Bruce Bochy hat that Bruce Bochy himself gave me that hat. But this is definitely hat number 3. All the hats I have, this is my 3rd favorite, or my most like valued, or has a lot of memories involved. So this is number 3 in the collection. So that is why I am very cautious with handling this hat. I've only worn this hat about twice since I've had it for about the year or so that I've had it. I do have to give a little shout out to the person that helped me find this hat, which of course was Professor Hatter. He said that his brother saw it, told him about it, or something of that nature. I know Hatter's going to correct me in the comments section, but for my all intents and purposes, Hatter's the one who gave me the information of where I can locate possibly this hat. This hat was located at a place in New York. It was called Mickey's Place. It's still there, obviously. If you guys are interested in getting more information about Mickey's Place, I'll put the link down in the description. But because Professor Hatter gave me the information of possibly where I could find this hat, I called it Mickey's Place. And even though this hat was not listed on their website, they still had it in stock. And my day was probably one of my best days in the sense of my hat collecting career, which has spanned over like 20 years, but I've only like really gotten hardcore into hat collecting probably like the last 6 or so, 7 years. So yes, so let me give you guys a little information. Now there is a small little rumor out there, and I'm not sure who started it, probably the people at Area 51. A lot of people are not sure what came first, the Fresno tacos or the Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks. I'm going to clear that up for you guys. Now, for every intents and purposes, from all the research that I've been able to find, all the research I conducted, the Fresno tacos are the ones that originally started like the food hats. There might have been other folks that started, maybe they had a food hat here and there, you know, maybe the Whoopies or something like that. But in my opinion, and the way I look at things, the Fresno Grizzlies / Fresno tacos are the ones that actually got the food theme type hats to take off. Now, the Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks, which if you guys are not aware, is the AAA team of the Philadelphia Phillies. They were a close second, but they are a vital part about also why the food themed hats took off as well, because if Fresno didn't do so good in their early projections, they debuted in 2015 to pay like homage to their annual taco throwdown event that they do to celebrate the taco trucks in Fresno, and that was in 2015. For a game in June of 2016, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs wanted to do a salute to Philadelphia type night. So what they did is they obviously came up with the cheesesteak, which is synonymous with Philadelphia. The cheesesteak was invented in Philadelphia in the 1930s. Now, the big debate in Philadelphia is, do you want your cheesesteak with, W-I-T, or without, W-I-T-O-U-T, onions? I obviously always wanted the one with the onions. I did see the one without the onions. I didn't pick it up. Maybe I might pick it up if it's still available at Mickey's Place. I haven't seen it on lids recently, but maybe I'll give Mickey's Place a call and see if they still have it. I'm not sure if they still have it, but it doesn't matter. If I'm not able to get that one, it'll be all right. But anyway, so they came up with this design and they did a vote and they came out with customized jerseys for this June 10th game in 2016, and fans were allowed to vote which hat they wanted the players to wear during the game, with or without onions. And I'm going to be honest, I couldn't find the results. Nothing. I don't know. Maybe somebody can correct me in the comment section or lead me to the link about where the results actually were. I'm sure it's got to be out there, but I am not sure who won. My vote would have been with onions, but that is just me. Now, Allenstown, Pennsylvania, where the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs play baseball. They play baseball at a field called Coca-Cola Field. And Allentown has a vital part in American history. For Hatter, because he's a history buff, the Philadelphia Liberty Bell was actually stashed or stored away in Allentown, Pennsylvania. What happened was during 1777, when everything was going on, the British Army wanted to take the Liberty Bell and they wanted to melt it down. And people weren't having it. So a group of individuals took the Liberty Bell and they hid it in Allentown, Pennsylvania to keep it safe. So luckily they did that, because that would have been sad if that part of history was ruined. So there's a long history for Allentown, Pennsylvania. I recommend, if you guys ever get to Allentown, Pennsylvania, you guys go check out the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. It's a fun place to go. Fun atmosphere, fun game. AAA team is always a fun thing to go to. And of course, it's the International League, so if all you see is PCL teams, you are in for a real treat being able to see the IL teams. So let's take a little bit closer look at the hat to kind of go more into the details. Again, guys, I want to thank Harley for sponsoring this hat to be reviewed on my Patreon page. And like I said, if you guys are interested in doing that, go check out my Patreon page. I've been working really hard to update the page, so please go check it out. Or if anything, give me some comments of what you guys think about the new changes. All right, let's take a closer look at the details. Right off the bat, you see, you know, it's in that nice bread right there, that bread style roll that they usually use. You got your cheesesteak. This is like a whiz cheese that they use, and then they don't use like natural cheese or anything like that. It's more of a cheese whiz, like cheese whiz in a can. Obviously, it's a little bit better. I will tell you, I did go to Pat's and Gino's when I was in Philadelphia. I had a sandwich from each place, and I will tell you, my opinion, Pat's was a little bit better than Gino's, but that's just me. I got it with onions. As you guys can see, I like how the onions is a very nice colored, caramelized color. It's not just a nice standard white. They actually do a very good job making the onions look like they're actually in the sandwich, giving them a little shadow variance on it. And as you guys can see, the top of the bread here, you know, you can see the outlining of the outside of the bread. So that is actually really cool. So the only thing that I might have did differently on this particular hat, or just in general, maybe make an alternate hat, a third style hat, is maybe have like a bite taken out of the side or something. I think that would have been actually really cool. Now, this hat is past the period when they started putting New Era logos on the side, so this does have a New Era logo. On the back, you have your yellow and brown and white minor league little guy. It's black underneath, black sweatband, 7/5/8, 100% polyester. So without even saying it, guys, like I said, this is my top 3 hat. If you guys do not have a Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks, either with or without onions, I'd recommend going to get one if you guys can get one. If you really want one though, I would go check out Mickey's place again. They're located out of New York, so just have to make a phone call. And like I said, I'll post the link down at the bottom if you guys are interested in it. I hope you guys like the review on the Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks hat. I love this hat. It is just, every time I look at this hat, guys, it just brings a smile to my face. And then honestly, guys, to me, guys, this is what hat collecting is all about. Isn't necessarily most of the time about getting the hat that you want, because sometimes it's really easy. You know, it's more like, you know, chasing down Funko Pops. You know, you can buy all the Funko Pops online, but it is such a thrill when you can find the hat you want. And I know you're going to say, hey, Major League Hats, you got this offline. Yes, I did get this offline, but the difference is I spent years looking for it. And once I was able to obtain it, I'm like, victory! So that is the difference. I mean, I went on eBay. I did it all. I did eBay. I did Craigslist. I looked on the MILB website. I looked on the team store of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. I called the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. I put out fillers on Instagram, fillers on Twitter, and nothing. I mean, if I want a Funko Pop, all I gotta do is go on eBay, find it. That's it. Take me less than a couple seconds. And unless I'm looking for like a big time Funko Pop that I, you know, about 12 years too late, I can pretty much find anything new. Now my collection on the Funkos is mostly newer stuff, so there isn't really any hardcore stuff I'm looking for. But my point is, once you find what you're looking for and you've gone through the whole process that I had to go through in order to locate this hat, you guys don't understand the jubilation that I felt when this hat arrived at the door. If you guys have not seen that video of me receiving this hat and scaring the crap out of the UPS driver, I'm going to post that video here at the link. So again, you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you, Harley M, for nominating this video to be reviewed by Patreon. So I really appreciate that, guys. It means a lot that you guys are actually taking your hard-earned money and you're donating it to the channel. So thank you guys very much. Again, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can always do that at Major League Hats. I'll put the link right there at the bottom. And if you like the review, please give a thumbs up. If you have any further information you guys want to give me, or you guys know the whereabouts of where I can get the Lehigh Valley cheesesteaks without onions, please let me know. I'm going to check out Mickey's place here in the near future, see if they have any left, and I will go from there. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. This is Major League Hats out. Bye, everybody. See ya.